Hi, thank you for joining me for the unboxing and review of this X251 Whirlwind Brushless Motor Quadcopter. So the nice thing about this is that it has brushless motors, also has a 6-axis gyro, and you can fly it in 6G mode or 3D mode. So the 6G mode will be more stable. Then you can switch to 3D, which can be acrobatic, and you can do flips and fly it upside down too, if you'd like to. Okay, so it comes in this box, a fairly big box, but nice. It would have been better if it had a plastic coating or film on for weatherproofing if you want to take it into the field. So I might put a plastic film on it, because I do use the boxes for transportation where I can. And the nice thing is, you know, it's got the carry handle. Okay, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so it comes in polystyrene packaging, which is not my favorite packaging. Okay, look here. Split into two layers. So you've got the quadcopter on top and the TX and accessories at the bottom. So we'll put that out of the way for now and focus on this. Okay, so we've got a Whirlwind manual and a Whirlwind manual. So let's have a look. The Whirlwind is in Chinese, which we don't need, and we've got the Whirlwind manual. So nice quality paper, quite easy on the eye. Got details that we need. Fairly basic, but it's got all the essential things that we really need to know, which is the important thing, and it's quite clear and concise, so that's nice to see. Okay, and over here, there. Okay, this is the battery charger, which I'll put over here for now, and more importantly, here's the quad itself. So we have a look at this. Quite nice shape. The arms obviously seem quite thin, you know, compared to most quadcopters, but these arms are carbon fiber, so very strong indeed. Okay, so this should be quite durable. Okay, the shell itself is a hard plastic, which could crack if it gets a heavy knock. Okay, little landing skids already attached here. This is good, and the nice thing is, you know, propellers are already attached as well and can be transported in the box without having to put propellers on and off. Now, one of the limitations I've sort of heard with this is you must be careful and make sure that you tighten these lock nuts properly. So I'll be doing a modification and using some wire to actually keep the prop nuts secured in place. Okay, so I've done 3 of these props already. If you can see here, there's one here. I've done this one over here. I've done this one here. And I'll just show you quickly how I do it on the last one. So you can get any sort of wire, thin wire, use these bag ties if you want. I've got these ones, you know, that have just got a bit of a plastic outside that you get with a lot of electronic goods as well. So just split it, pinch it. Okay, so just separate it, and then you can pull the shielding off. Like that. then like that. Okay. Then put it through the hole that's on the top, near the top of the nut. Okay, then take once, get it through so you've got sufficient length to come around, down as close as you can on the inside and as close to the shaft as possible. Take the other one, bring it around the opposite way. Okay, and then bring it over and then join these two together. Hope you can see that okay. Get it in and as tight as you can. Okay. And I just use a pair of long nose pliers to tighten it up as tight as I can. Okay, and then just snip it off and neaten it up. And that's it. You know, it won't move, and the nut, the prop nut, won't come off. And it won't interfere with the flight or the performance. I've done this on my X251 and it works very well. Okay, so yeah, and then underneath here as well there's a small port to plug a camera in, which is also good. And these are the little 1307 brushless motors. Okay, props. Quite soft, not very rigid, so they shouldn't get damaged too easily, but they're still not that flexible, but have a nice pitch. It'll be nice to see how that goes. Okay. Not a clear plastic underneath the arms for the LEDs, so I'm not quite sure how bright the lights will be, but we'll see when we fly it, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like in the dark too. Okay, landing skids strong enough, firm enough, which is good. And we have the battery bay. And with it we have a 7.4 volts 950 mAh 25C battery, which should be good for a flying time of about 10 to 13 minutes. Okay, slots in here quite nicely, and then it'll secure in with this 3-pin plug, just by plugging it in over here. And when you plug it in, we get lights. So we've got a rear tail light here, red and green, nothing in the front, and nothing under the arms, which I'm a little bit surprised about. Perhaps they might appear later. Okay, so I'll just disconnect this for now. And then, you know, I've got some 7.4 volts 1200 mAh 30C batteries, which will also put onto here. I think I might just have to do a modification, and I should be able to use these to fly it as well, so we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, let's just have a look and see, you know, what charge this has come in with. Okay, the batteries come in only at 36%, 7.617 volts, so battery will need to be charged up fully before going flying. And okay. So yes, this is a little battery charger. Also get a power adapter to plug into the battery charger over here. Okay, got red light saying charging, green light for power, and red light to show charging, and then the 3-cell pin just plugs into there to charge the battery up. Right, we get 4 spare propellers, so always good to have spare propellers. We get a little Allen key, and we get a star Phillips screwdriver. And then let's have a look here. Thing I really like about these the TX brand, are some of the transmitters that come with it. And here we've got the X7, and really a nice looking, nice feeling transmitter. Very pleased with this. Now this takes 6 AA batteries, which you need to put in and supply yourself. But I have also got the X8 transmitter, which I've modified to fit a LiPo battery. So instead of using 6 AAs, we'll probably modify this to use a LiPo battery, and that I'll put a link in the description on how I modified a video on how I modified this if you're interested in doing this yourself. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's just turn the TX on. Okay, so we need to make sure all the switches are in the up position and throttle stick down. If we turn it on with anything in the incorrect position, we're going to get an alarm. Okay, bring that back down. There, yeah. Okay, so that's all here. Now if we have a look here, the switch on here is actually says it should be for video, which is not really relevant. This switch over here is quite important because this is 6G in the up position and 3D in the down position, so you change between 6G and 3D. Over here we've got throttle hold, so you know that's in the on position. You switch throttle hold off like that. This button says DR, no function that I'm aware of. Then we have trim buttons. This is acceleration trim, throttle trim. This one is rudder trim, and then we get our elevator trim and aileron trim, although we don't have an aileron on a quadcopter. Okay, we've got a mode button, so you can change it to mode 1, or effectively if you push it and hold it in, you can go into reverse, which then goes there. If you want to go out of that, you just press and hold back. This is, just a navigation button and an OK button, but it's not really relevant to flying this craft itself. Okay, so let me just switch this off again here. Okay, so let's just power up the quad again, plugging in the battery over here, put it down there, red and black lights in there. Then we power on the TX transmitter. Okay, and let's have a look. Okay, no need to bind it, it's automatically bound already. As you can see, props going. Now this has got a 6-axis gyro, So when you have a 6-axis gyro, it's always good to calibrate it. And to calibrate, we pull both sticks down, and to the outer end you see the lights flash, then go solid, and that's it calibrated. Okay, now we've got a solid green light there because that's 6G mode. If we flip it down to the 3D mode, then the lights are back goes solid. And yes, we've got some really nice bright LEDs. Okay, 2 green ones in the front, 2 red ones at the back. Okay, so let me just also have a look. Now this has got a range of about 300 meters. So let's see what happens if it goes out of range. So we'll start it up. I'll switch the TX off. 1001, 1002. So yes, in sort of less than 2 seconds, if it goes out of range, it's going to power down and drop wherever it is. Can we rebind with it if that does happen? Yes. So you know, if it's caught somewhere up in a tree and you can't see it or you can't find it, you can always just rebind with it and listen for a noise from the propellers and hopefully hear it. Okay, so great. Looking forward to flying this, and we'll see what it flies like, and also see what it looks like at night.